What's up, guys? It's Mitch with SC Weather. I hope you all have had a very good weekend, and it's been a wild weekend as far as what's going on in the world. It's terrible stuff's going on in this world right now, and man, just some troublesome times. I'll tell you that. We just need to cling to our relationship with God now more than ever, and if we had more people who do that, they'd realize in their heart the right things to do in these certain situations. But I don't want to get too deep into that. I am praying for everybody who's being affected, anybody who's scared out there. I'm praying for you guys, and it's just a tough situation. It really is. But anyways, I do want to start it out with saying, if you're watching this, please subscribe. It's a way to support me. I'm trying to reach 1,000 by the end of the year. Once you get to 1,000 subscribers with YouTube and a certain amount of watch hours, you get monetized and you get a chance to get back a little bit what you put into all your work through these videos, which I love doing, guys. It's been very successful since the beginning of the year is when I started. So I appreciate people who really take the time to watch them, and I hope it does help you. I hope I can explain things in a way for y'all to understand, and I've been able to get out and to actually storm chase now. So thanks to my amazing and supportive wife, watches the kids and everything while I go do it. So I'm definitely appreciative of that. So if y'all could hit the link below, and not the link, but the button below, and subscribe, and I'd really appreciate it. So let's jump right into the weather. One thing I'll say right off the dot, I don't expect any rain between now and probably Thursday or Friday. It's either cut or dry around here. We get a ton of rain, or we ain't getting no rain, and we definitely aren't going to get any rain this week, I don't think. Good news is, it feels much better outside for most of the state. The front has just not cleared the entire state. That's why you're still getting rain down in Charleston and things like that this afternoon, and there's still going to be chances of storms in the coast tomorrow, because it looks like the front's stalling out. That's why all this dry air hasn't completely filtered into the state. That's why we're not in the 40s and 50s consistently as far as dew points. Here in the Midlands, we're flirting with the 50s into the low 60s, so it doesn't feel that bad out there. And it's going to be in some cases, especially in the upstate, y'all should definitely put down y'all's windows tonight in your house. Let your house air out. Give your AC a break, because it's about to definitely start getting going here in the next few days. So we got a cold front. It made it just far south to really give us some cool, crisp air. Tomorrow, let's jump right into the graphics right here. Tomorrow, some places may not get out the 70s. Especially in the upstate. Some areas might stay in the 70s all day, and it's going to feel nice. It's going to feel like spring or either fall, and it's not going to be, super dry, but it's definitely going to be some comfortable dew points. So that's for Monday. This is for Tuesday for highs. We start to warm up more and more each day, guys, for sure. When you start to get into June, you don't really get cold fronts, and when you do, they last a couple days, and then that really hot air starts to come in. The humidity will increase each day starting after tomorrow, so don't expect this to stay. There is a big time death ridge, like we like to call it, area of high pressure in the Midwest is just pumping up really hot temperatures, and but we're at the time of the year where we're going to be hot anyways. So it's definitely, we're kind of in the part of the ridge, but it's mostly centered over the Midwest. But here we go into Thursday, hot, humid, humidity starting to increase, and we're just in the mid to upper 80s. We're around average, I would say, for this time of the year. And we get into the weekend, and I think and I'll make another video later in the week, but this weekend's weather may change up a bit for sure, and we may be pretty hot this weekend. And that's in the Sunday. That's getting pretty far out, maybe around 90 degrees. Now we're definitely going to probably, even though it said 80s just there, we're probably definitely going to be in the 90s probably the last couple of days of the week here. A couple of days as in probably maybe starting Wednesday, Thursday into Friday. We're going to have a chance at 90 degrees definitely, especially favorably hot areas like the Midlands and things like that, and inland coastal areas. But this is an area I'm watching right now for the next chance of rain, and I think the details on this will not get ironed out until we get a little bit closer here. But there's going to be an area of moisture I'm watching, a slug of moisture that might ride out of Georgia, kind of ride the coast, kind of ride up, and it might make this weekend kind of damp for places like the coast and the beach and everything, which kind of sucks, guys, because I'm going to Myrtle Beach with my family and the girls. So that's kind of I'm gonna watch that, but I'm gonna watch that. This is definitely maybe a coastal thing, so I don't think this is going to have anything to do with the tropics, no tropical weather or anything, but I think it may get there might be some activity around this weekend, a slug of moisture coming from the south here for the coastal areas. We'll kind of watch that. Take a look at that low pressure down there in the Gulf of Mexico starting to come out the Yucatan Peninsula. That's what we're going to talk about next. Check it out. It's spinning away and it heads right into the Houston area, right into Texas. This is definitely something to talk about. This might be our next tropical storm threat or tropical weather event threat. Maybe not for us, just for the United States in general. So how's it going into Texas? But you never know. It's just something we got to watch. This is the 5-day geographical tropical weather outlook. It's basically pinpointing what happened was tropical storm to Pacific, and it's going to cross over Mexico, over the peninsula down there, and it's going to get into the Gulf of Mexico, and it's going to have a chance to redevelop, and it may ultimately affect coastal states as far as the Gulf of Mexico. So it's just something we got to watch. We got to watch it because you never know when the moisture from it can be driving into our area. So you never know what it's going to do. Maybe it ends up coming more east, which would definitely possibly affect us as far as rainfall. Something we got to watch, and something that's going to be talked about a whole lot more in the coming days when they can figure out how it's going to develop. But I'm telling you, hurricane season is going to be active this year, guys. It's going to be every other week kind of thing, possibly, where you're going to see some kind of possible threat, maybe. So another thing I want to talk about real quick is that high pressure over the Midwest, pumping out almost 100-degree weather and places well above average temperatures. When you got certain things like these, you get lines of thunderstorms that can ride the ridge and kind of go into that area circling the red, or really anywhere in that area. It's really hard to pinpoint, but they ride the ridge, meaning, see, if you look at that line there that kind of comes down and then it goes all the way down to North Carolina, you don't get a lot of activity under a dome of high pressure, the Death Ridge. You just get hot, stagnant air, not a whole lot of storm development. But along that ridge, sometimes you get MCSs that develop, and those are just lines of thunderstorms. Can be intense, huge wind threats with them, huge. It's the biggest threat, aka derechos, where they kind of come together into a major squall line. We just got to watch and see if anything rides. I don't think our state may be affected, but maybe the northeastern areas of North Carolina need to watch out for that, for sure. But this is the temperature outlook for the entire United States, and it just signals that above average temperatures, even in the upper Midwest, and it pretty much outlines where the jet stream is and how it's buckling up north and then kind of going back down, northeast being north of the jet stream, so being cooler than average. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one big roller coaster right over the United States. So this is the last European. This is OOZ, so not the one that just came out. And it's basically just signaling a threat for a tropical depression to form somewhere in the Gulf. So we're gonna watch all that. This is kind of the this is the satellite of, and it's just a broad level of activity down there. And man, the Gulf of Mexico is warm, guys. So it has a chance to really develop, and we're going to watch that. This is the European for that, and it just shows the activity down there near the bottom half of Mexico. So that's really it. There's not a whole lot going on this week, to be honest, weather-wise. The storm threat really dies. Even down there on the coast where it's raining, it's not going to be nothing too severe. So that's it. I'll probably have an update here in a few more days, And but keep your eyes on the tropics. You never know what can happen. And got an eye on kind of some maybe a slug of moisture for this weekend for the coastal areas. So people who are going to the beach like me need to watch out for. But that's all I got, guys. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all stay safe out there. It's a crazy world. It is bad things are happening right now, and you know, you need to just hug the people you love most and just pray for their safety, and just pray all together for this entire situation, for everybody affected. You know, it's just a very tough situation. So love you guys. Y'all have an awesome night.